Welcome back to Let's Talk Entertainment News. I know how some of you feel about the revival of old franchises fucking up your childhood. I don't agree. I think bringing back old franchises that we know and love is a good thing, including 1984's Gremlins, which may be getting a third film. All right, then, here is the story. If I can get the OBS here to work. Excuse me. Where's the button? There we go, interact. WB and Christopher Columbus reportedly planning new Gremlins movie. And there's a bunch of stuff here about the history of the franchise. And then it says, but is the animated series setting the stage for a return of the Gremlins to live action? According to a new article from Deadline today that takes an expansive look at the Warner Brothers Motion Picture Group's near future plans, a new Gremlins movie may indeed be coming soon. Deadline's report details franchise hopes abound down the road in The Lord of the Rings, The Hunt for Gollum, which we've talked about here a couple of times, Practical Magic 2, which I have no interest in, DC's Clayface and Supergirl, Drew Goddard's incoming script for a new Matrix, and a new Gremlins from Christopher Columbus, and a Goonies treatment. I would like a Goonies movie too. Long overdue, but I think you could do something with their own children, which would be interesting. But on to the Gremlins. Christopher Columbus was, of course, the writer of the original Steven Spielberg-produced Gremlins, so it's very exciting to hear that Columbus is back on board with the franchise. It was Columbus who not only wrote the Joe Dante-directed horror classic, but also conceived the idea in the first place, which garnered the interest of Spielberg. The rest is pop culture history. 6 years after the release of Gremlins, Joe Dante brought us the franchise to New York with Gremlins 2, yada, 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 moving down here. And then it says, but back to the topic at hand, talk of a third Gremlins movie has come and gone several times over the years, and you can read all about it in the lengthy history of the franchise's official Wikipedia page. But we had first heard about a new script written by Chris Columbus in 2017. I'm really proud of the script, Columbus said in 2017. It is a twisted and dark as anything, so we'll see. It's always a budgetary conversation when we're going to shoot it. I want to go back to the really twisted sensibility of the first movie. I thought the second movie was actually in some ways more twisted than the first, but it was very drastically different, no doubt. I found that was a very easy place for me to fall back into and start writing again, so hopefully we'll see that movie soon. And of course, that was in 2017, but it looks like we are closer than ever. More recently, there was a couple of animated series, and I think that certainly has helped to set the stage for the possibility of a new Gremlins movie. I think animation doing that is actually a very smart idea. It's sometimes you get a sequel unexpected decades later, then maybe after that you get an animated show, like as has happened with Ghostbusters. Also, there's one in the works for Evil Dead. But in this case, I think that they've used animation to sort of prime the pumps, build a little bit of goodwill, and now they're going to hopefully venture into the waters of bringing it back to live action. If they do it in live action, the important thing to me is that they use puppets. I think, how do you top that? I'm not anti-digital, but I think the puppets of the original look, combined with a little bit of digital massaging here and there to really even things out, I think could make a spectacular film. And unlike other franchises from the 80s that have been brought back, this one hasn't been brought back as many times, hasn't been tried as many times. It's a little bit smaller in scale, was never quite as big as, say, your Star Wars or Indiana Jones, so I think there's a lot of potential there to build a new audience without doing too much damage, offending older audiences, and sort of not giving them the overwhelming voice to decide whether the film passes or fails. So I'm hopeful here. It was always a little bit of a fun, dark fantasy. I hope it's a Christmas movie, like the first one kind of was. I think that would be interesting as well. Drop it right in the Christmas season. Give it something for families to enjoy over the holiday weekend. And there's always room for films to grow in that time slot. So what do you think? Would you be okay with a return of the Gremlins to live action? Let us know in the comment section below. But until next time, keep it creepy.